Welcome to this live broadcast of the Charter Commission. My name is Peter Ginder, and I'm the chair of the commission. Before we begin, I want to offer a friendly reminder to all members, staff, and the public that these meetings are broadcast live to enable greater public participation. These broadcasts include real-time captioning as a further method to increase the accessibility of our proceedings to the community. Therefore, all speakers need to be mindful of the rate of their speech so that our captioners can fully capture and transcribe all comments for the broadcast. We ask all speakers to moderate the speed and clarity of their comments. At this time, I'm going to call to order this regular meeting of Wednesday, May 7th, and ask the clerk to call the roll to verify the presence of a quorum.
Commissioner Boone?
Present.
Clegg?
Here.
Cooper?
Present.
Davis Carter is absent. DeMillo?
Here.
Doherty?
Here.
Garcia is absent. Kozak?
Here.
Nye is absent. Perry?
Here.
Sandberg?
Here.
Smith?
Here.
Vice Chair Rubenstein?
Here.
Chair Ginder?
Present.
We have 12 present.
Let the record reflect that we have a quorum, and we will now proceed to the agenda. Commissioners, the agenda for today's meeting is before us. May I please have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved, Rubenstein.
Is there a second? Second. We have a proper motion before us. Is there any further discussion? Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. That motion passes and the agenda is adopted. May I please have a motion to accept the minutes from our previous meeting on January 15th?
Move, Perry.
Is there a second?
Second, Sandberg.
We have a proper motion before us. Is there any further discussion? Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. That motion passes and the minutes are accepted. And I would note for the clerk that Commissioner Nye has joined us. Next item on the agenda is the chair's report. The only item that I have is, I think as many of you are aware, is Commissioner Paul Hill has resigned as a commissioner of the Charter Commission. I know that he had some promotions, additional duties added at work, and he felt he could no longer do justice to this job. I would like to thank him for his service because he's a valuable contributor to the commission. And I would also note that the application process for a new Charter Commission member is now open, so people that are listening, or if you know someone, this is a time that you can remind them that applications are available. The next item is the report of our committees and work groups, and that is receiving a report from the Government Structure Work Group on proposed government structure amendments. And I will pass this over to the chair, or co-chair, Commissioner Clegg.
Thank you, Chair Ginder. The written report is attached to your packet as the Minneapolis Charter Commission Government Structure Report. In summary, we've met several times since the last full Charter Commission meeting. In all three times, we were reviewing the draft amendment to conform the charter to the city ordinance on the structure of government. The first two times, we went through each article word by word, section by section, made some small corrections, wording changes, etc. I don't think there was anything controversial, but our minutes are available if you want to go through those. The third meeting was the more substantive of the meetings. The big issue, I think, in the draft amendment really boils down to what staff positions does the City Council confirm. If you look at the back of the page, which has the report on it, you will see on the left-hand column there, in the three-column section, the left-hand column lists all of the staff members, all of the department heads that are currently confirmed by the council. The middle column represents the positions confirmed by the council under the existing draft, and it's only a draft, hasn't been approved by the Charter Commission. So that's what we were discussing at meeting number 3, is how to resolve those differences. And we're suggesting that we have a conversation in a joint meeting or meetings with the mayor and the council to get their feedback on how they think the amendment should read, what position should be confirmed by the council. And in that, to prepare for that, we've been drafting some questions that we would submit to both the mayor and council to get their proposed input. And to the extent that you've not been a member of the government structure work group, but do have questions to submit, please continue to do that. These are by no means final. And so please continue to submit questions. We'll probably cut off the submission deadline a week or so before whatever time the ultimate joint meeting is. But until then, all questions are welcome.
Thank you, Co-Chair Clegg. Are there questions or comments from commission members for Commissioner Clegg? Okay.
I think most commissioners are on that committee. So.
I know that most of us are on the committee.
But I do have a motion to make on behalf of the government structure work group,
Okay.
if I may. And I've given a copy of this to the clerk so they don't have to get this down. The motion is to approve the government structure work group proposed questions and submit them in advance to the city council and mayor to solicit their ideas and feedback prior to the joint meetings or meeting about the proposed charter amendments. Number 2, to approve the table showing the 3 columns of various options for those department head appointments to be made by the mayor and approved subject to the consent of the city council as a starting point for discussion, and submit them in advance to the mayor and city council. And 3, authorizing Chair Gender to coordinate with the city clerk to schedule joint meetings with the mayor and city council to discuss the proposed amendments to the charter and to submit the questions and table to them prior to the meetings.
Move Perry.
Is there any discussion on this item? I don't see any discussion. Therefore, the clerk would call the roll, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Aye.
Clegg,
Aye.
Cooper,
Aye.
DeMillo,
Aye.
Doherty,
Aye.
Kozak,
Aye.
Nye,
Aye.
Perry,
Aye.
Sandberg,
Aye.
Smith,
Aye.
Vice Chair Rubenstein,
Aye.
Chair Ginder.
Aye.
We have 12 ayes.
That motion carries. I will note that the city clerk is currently on vacation, so as soon as he gets back, I will contact him and we'll start working out a process for transmittal of these items, as well as setting a date to get the input from both the mayor and the city council. The final matter on our agenda is the receipt of public comments offered at the end of each meeting. If you're here to submit a comment, please make sure to sign up and introduce yourself before you start. And I'll ask the clerk if we have anyone that has signed up for public comment.
Chair Ginder, we do not have any members of the public, nor have we received any public comment since our last work group meeting.
Seeing no public comments and seeing no other business before us, without objection, we will stand adjourned. That beats your record.